Hello students, today I'm going to show you how to create your own Google form. A Google form is something that you fill out in order to get information or data. You might have seen something that looks like this if your teacher has you fill it out. This right here is like for a book report. We're going to create one so that you can get information from your classmates. You first want to start with your Google Drive. And if you've made a doc or a slide presentation, you're familiar with going to the New button. And now we want to click on More to go to Google Forms here. So click on that. And I'm going to show you side by side what the form is going to end up looking. So first you're going to title your form. And I'm titling it My Favorite Things. That. Okay, the first thing that you can do is you can put a description here, and that's what this looks like right here. Okay, now the next step is to create your first question. You always want to have your first question be the student typing in their name, just like if you put your name on top of your paper. So you're going to click or type name. And then the question type, if you click on this, this gives you all the different types of questions. It's just a text box like you can see here. So we're going to change it to text. We're going to make it a required question so that the student will for sure put their name on there. Okay, the next step is I want to do a multiple choice question here. So I'm going to click on Add Item. It's multiple choice here as default. You're going to type in my favorite animal. And then if you look down here, there's options. So here's my first option. And you just click on the next box to continue on. And then if they don't like these options, you want to always add the Add Other option so that if you can see here, you can type in your answer. Okay, you can make it required if you want. I'm not going to, I'm just going to leave it there. Press Done. Now we're on this one right here. I like the following sports. And this one is a checkbox. So you can click here, and I also like soccer, and I also like tennis. Okay, so that's a checkbox. So we're going to click on Add Item. I'm clicking on this drop-down menu so you can see that that's another way of getting the functions. It's kind of more advanced. Okay, but there's the checkboxes here. Okay, and actually I'm going to add something on here. The help text, you want to say choose as many as you like. Okay, and then I want to give another option here, maybe one that I didn't think of, so I'm going to say Add Other. Okay, very similar to multiple choice. Press Done. And now my next one is a drop-down menu, and that's what that looks like here. Okay, so it's just like multiple choice where you can only choose one, but it's another format of adding a question. So I'm going to click on Add Item. Okay, it's under checkboxes right now, so I need to switch it to Choose from a List, which is like a drop-down menu. Okay, which is your favorite season? This type of question is a paragraph text where you can give them space to answer something. So that's going to be, I'll do the drop-down menu this one, paragraph text. Okay, help text, you might want to give explanation. Okay, press Done. And then our last one is a scale. This is where you get to rate things. Okay, I'm going to add, or actually I need to do the drop-down menu for this one because it's more advanced. Okay, so this is going to give them on a scale of 1 to 5, how much do you like the rain? 1 is going to be they don't like. 5 is going to be they really like. So you can word it how you like. You can say not at all or I love it. I'm going to do 1 is not so much. 5 is I love it. Okay, and press Done. So now can know is that if you wanted to switch these around, you wanted to move this question up above here, you can just move them as easy as dragging and dropping. So I'm going to move this around so it's in that order. Okay, I'm going to click on View Live Form so I can see what my form looks like. Okay, it looks a lot better than before, but I'm going to add the theme, which is really designing it to the way you like. So I'm going to go back to edit this form. I have all the content in. Now I can do the fun part. So I'm going to make this bigger here so we have more room. Click on Change Theme, and there's all these themes here. Now don't worry about the picture. You can change the picture. You kind of want to look at the font and the background and see what you want to start with. Okay, so I'm going to click on this one right here, and notice how fancy it looks now. Okay, so if you liked this one, you can leave it just like that. I'm going to show you how to customize it a little bit more. So what you've chosen that, now you're going to go over here to this button and click on Customize. And we're going to click on the header image. That's this image right here. Click on the header image and then change the image so you can make it kind of go through these and look for some cool ones. Some of them are not school related, so you have to be careful about which ones you choose. I'm going to choose, and go to sports and games. And I like this one because even though we don't have basketball as an option, we can change that, but it's an actual moving picture. So I'm going to click on that. Okay, it's not moving right now because it's not a view live form. And one more thing that I'm going to change is I'm going to change the title. That's this right here. And I'm going to make it bold. I'm going to make the text, oh, it's actually as large as it can. I'm going to change the color. And I'm going to move it over here. And I'm going to change the description, and I'm going to move it over here. So you can keep going and add formatting over here and to go through each one. But I'm going to leave it like that. And I'm going to click on View Live Form. Okay, so that's what our form looks like. And now it's your turn to try.